be taking notes the whole time. Be taking notes the whole time. I just want to give one example real quick before I introduce our trainers this morning. But yesterday I was Zooming with Miss Carol from Birmingham, Alabama. Miss Carol, I don't want to misquote your age. Will you unmute real quick? What is your age, Miss Carol?
I turned 74 this past Tuesday.
Okay, so Miss Carol is 74 years old. The first time I met her, she did not do social media. That was about 4 months ago. And yesterday on a Zoom, she was training her people on boards and how to post on Facebook. So there is no time frame in life that you can't learn and get better at what you're doing. And probably the number one excuse we all hear, it's just the one I hear, is that everybody gives me all the reasons why it won't work for them. They haven't been on Facebook. They don't have many friends. Like we all hear the same thing. So this morning, between learning how to use the digital business card and Misty Ice is training you on how to build algorithms, how to build groups in, how to go participate in other groups. Like you have this never-ending growing pool of people that can see your post. But I cannot tell you how to do it. I probably didn't even explain it right. But at this point, I'm going to turn the call over to Anthony Moreland, Misty from the Panhandle of Florida. By the way, if you don't know Misty, she sold approximately 400 boxes of skinny drops on social media her first 90 days in the company. And then she brought in Melissa in Missouri. And Melissa's just a master of getting all of your social media in uniform. She runs her own meetings, and I don't even know now, but probably through the Melissa team, like everybody cumulatively involved, I'm sure way over 1,000 boxes of drops, a growing team. Ash and I'll be up there in Missouri with them next week. So that being said, Anthony, Misty, and Melissa, I'll turn it to you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Misty, Melissa, I'm gonna let these beautiful ladies go first, and I'll be on the back end. There they go.
Good morning. Melissa's going to go first because Melissa has got her precious granddaughter home and she is babysitting and she is currently sleeping. So we're kind of working around her nap time. So Melissa was going to do her part first and then I'll just come in at the end.
Thank you, ma'am. So
I had grandbabies yesterday.
Tag team. That's one of the beautiful things that I love about this industry is that we can do this and still do life. So yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and get it kicked off. I thank you guys for inviting me to do this. I just love to have fun and let everybody else know what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me just a second here. All right. Is it Sharon?
It is.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So let me jump over here. Little technical difficulty, of course, but we're going to get her. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit today about the some social media tips and then the digital business card. You may see my name out there as Melissa Jones or Mojo. Mojo's my nickname, so either way, it's always going to be me. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the social media profile picture. What I have done is across every platform, regardless of what it is, if it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of that kind of stuff, I have one picture across the board. It's only of me, nothing with my children. Don't put a significant other in it, your spouse, anything like that, or a friend group, especially a friend group, because then people are trying to pick out who is the actual person that they're going to be talking to. And a headshot, just find a really good headshot of you smiling, let people see your face, your smile, your eyes, that you're excited about life. It's going to bring more people in and attract more. And then I always say, kind of crop the background out. We don't want to see the party in the back. We want to keep the business in the front. So keep all of the background cropped out. Just make it a good, clean headshot. I think this one was taken in my vehicle. One of the main things that we hear a lot is that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And when you have that good image from the get-go, that means a lot. You're going to attract more. And these are just a few of my social media. The top left is my TikTok, then Instagram. I have found something, I do want to throw this in while we're here. I have found something on Instagram where you can put a message out there. So if you see right there on my photo, it says, ask me about, I put ask me about the skinny drops, and that shows up in your stories whenever people view your stories. So that'll stay up for 24 hours and you can put another message back in there, but that's on Instagram. And then my Facebook page, again, all of my photos match. This is my pay apps. So my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, again, all the way across the board. Now I want to bring this to your attention. One of the big reasons why I do this is because I had a lady message me one time about buying some drops. I was in with somebody else. Before I could get back to her and message her, I mean, 10 minutes hadn't even passed. She found me on one of my pay apps. I believe it was PayPal. She found me there and went ahead and paid me and then messaged me and said that it was done. But the reason why she knew it was me was because my picture matched across the board. All right, so I'm going to jump over now and start talking to you about the digital business card. This is not something that I came up with. It's something that is available for all of us. And the website is called mybizcard.store. You can take a screenshot of that if you want to. So you have to go to an actual website to get to that. It's not an app, it's a website. So you'll go to mybizcard.store. And whenever you pull it up, on the left-hand side is what it's going to look like. You're going to tap on the 3 lines to the left, the little hamburger, and then scroll all the way to the bottom. When you get down to the bottom, it's going to show that brand partners, it's $12.97 a month. And one profile, you can make up to 10 digital cards. So you can design one for the skinny drops, one for MOA, one for a business presentation, anything like that. So you can do up to 10, and you just hit subscribe now. And then it's going to take you over to create your account. All of these places are there for you, and then you can name that business card. So if you can name one Slenderized, you can name the next one MOA, name the next one. I did this one, I said all about that biz. And then it's going to give you tabs. So as you build, it's going to give you these different tabs. There are tutorial videos there available as you go through, and they've even went back and updated it. So you have each section has a section tutorial. And once again, there's that picture. It's the same picture across the board. Whenever you get that created, then you can add a logo or a video above your head. So kind of like on Facebook where you have the picture that I showed you earlier where it had my picture and then you have the big one at the top. You can use a photo or choose something else. I uploaded this photo from PartnerCo. And then this is just a couple of examples of either the images that they have that you can add to the profile or a video. So you can either click image or video to get that added onto your business card. And then that's what it's going to look like. So again, I just chose a photo on my own and uploaded it there. And then as you go through, you can add in all of your information. The name of that card is all about that biz. For your title, you can either put brand partner or whichever level you're at, officer, director, anything like that. And then your business name, of course, is PartnerCo. You can add in your street, your mailing address, anything like that if you want to. I have chosen not to. I just didn't want that kind of information out there. So I left that blank, and that is fine. On your contact tabs, contact is going to be at the bottom of the business card whenever it shows. So you'll put your phone number, your email, and then your personal Partner Co website. And then always hit that update. I put the little red down there. Always hit update. Anytime you make any changes, make sure that you hit update on that. And then for your custom buttons, again, I have that circled there. There are tutorials as you go along. If you don't understand how to do something, you can click that in that section. It's going to tell you how to do that. You can name it, schedule a consultation, or watch the Skinny Drop presentation, and then you add that URL right there, and then always hit update. If you ever make a change, hit update. And then you can also link in other social media. If you have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, there are quite a few listed there. You can go ahead and fill those in if you want to. You don't have to. Now, as far as the theme goes, I have left mine because it is our Partner Co color. It has matched. You can change that if you want to on each business card as you go. I've just chosen to leave mine as it is. Then you can come back. Once you get all of those entered in, you go back to the top. You can hit preview your digital card at any time while you're building this. But go back to the testimonials. This is huge. On the testimonial part, you can add up to 5 testimonials in there. So you'll put the client's name. So you could put Melissa J. I don't usually put a last name with it. I'll put their first name and a last initial. And then take a quote out of something that one of your customers have said or something that you've seen one of us post. And then I always leave it at 5 stars. And I cannot stress this enough. Update, update, update. Every time you make a change on anything, scroll down until you see update or save. And then there is a part at the bottom. So once you do that and you go over to view, when you're viewing your digital card to see what it looks like, there is this button that says add images and videos. And I've put 3 at the bottom of mine. So whenever you click on that, it's going to give you the option there. You're going to put a title. So you'll see on the right, my title is the Partner Co Difference. My description is Dr. Ray Strand explains why he recommends our products to his patients. I use that as a validation for us. So it's not just me saying that these are good. This is actually from Dr. Ray Strand. And then I took that URL and pasted that there. Now, this is what I found on the Partner Co website. So whenever you click learn more, it's actually going to take you over to YouTube. They'll be able to see that there. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing this screen. And I want to show you my actual digital business card, what it looks like and how I use it. So whenever, I'm just going to give you the example. So I was at a big get together and we were talking about hormones and losing weight and all the things. We were fixing to get back on side by sides. I brought my phone out and I opened up my digital business card. There's a QR code. Everybody got their phones. They scanned that QR code. I always tell them, go under my picture and hit save my info. Whenever you do that, it's going to bring it up. And then it's going to say, create new contact, add to existing contact, or update. Always make sure they get that done right then. If there's somebody that you're wanting to send this information to, somebody that's already in your contacts, and you just want to send your information over, you just hit share my info. It's going to copy that link. It says copied. You go over into a text message to that person and get it sent over. So once they save your info, I always tell them to go back and request more. This is going to send you their name, their email, and their phone number for you to be able to add them into your contacts. And then how I have mine set up, my 2 orange lines there. The first one is the ingredients list because we have a lot of people that ask that. They want to know what's in it. And then the second one is the Partner Co. What's in It for You? And again, that came from the Partner Co. YouTube page. And then I've linked some other things there, like my Facebook page, my Instagram, my TikTok, 3 different ways to pay. They can pay using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. And see right here, you'll see how it's scrolling through, just giving you some of the testimonials. And I've gone through and just picked those out from different people, and you can change that at any time. And then this one is the Partner Co difference, what I showed you a while ago. So I'm going to tap on that Learn More, and it takes me straight over to YouTube.
Thinking I'm gonna start cutting carbs. I need to drop my belly fat.
Imagine us
If you
talking
want to
about
drop
that.
this,
So again, it takes you right to that from the Partner Co YouTube page,
Hello,
and he
I'm
goes
Dr.
into
Ray
talking
Strand.
about that.
I have been involved in a
And then a couple of other ones that I've done. Information on the drops. This is Dr. Crystal's video. So they'll click on the video and it takes them over to learn more. And then I put my personal testimony at the bottom. So they'll be able to read that. And then whenever on this one, I just added another video about the drops. And if you take a look at the bottom, it says call me, email, or website. So they can go directly to, let's say they click on my website. They'll go directly to my website to be able to order or look at any other products there. And that is pretty much all the things.
Melissa, you make it so easy. I don't know if anybody hasn't signed up yet or did their business card, but wow, Melissa, you make it seem so simple for everybody to use. I'm definitely going to update mine a little bit because there's a couple of things I need to hit the update button on.
Yes, make sure you get that done. But it's just so simple, and being out, it keeps me from having to fumble around and find a card. I've tried that. I've used business cards in the past, and then I'd be like, shoot, I don't have one with me. And this way, you've always got it with you. I mean, I always leave the phone or leave the house. I've got my phone, my glasses, and my keys. You know, I'm going into a grocery store. I'm not always a purse carrying woman, so I'll put my money in my hip pocket. I've got my glasses on my hat and my phone in my back pocket. So you always have that with you, and you can, you know, get that information out as soon as possible. One of the things that I don't do on my drop business card is put the presentation on there, because I want that to be a different conversation. So I'll do that on a different one. I want to be able to have a deeper conversation with them about that. So that's on a different card. That's what I've got. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Melissa. You're so awesome.
Yes, you are. I love how God connects you with people that are like-minded. Melissa and I have always called one another soul sisters. We met several years ago through social media, through network marketing, and we connected and had never met each other until one time she came down to Destin or Panama City, Florida, and we met and had lunch and sat around and talked like we just had known each other our whole lives. It was just the coolest connection. But some of the things that she shared were on my PowerPoint to share as well. So I'm like, wow, look at us. Great minds think alike. So I love how God connects us, you know, through this industry with people that are like-minded. So that pro tip was actually included in mine, the put in your face, you know, with everything. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and what so my training is going to be on enlarging your territory on social media. And the enlarging your territory came from the prayer of Jabez. If you follow me at all, I do go on live every morning about between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And I pray on Facebook. I've been doing that since February. The Lord led me to do that back in February, and he told me to do it every day until he told me to stop. So I'm still going. I missed from when I left for the Bahamas, and I've been out this week, but I will start back on Monday. And I started out just doing prayer, and it was a structured prayer. And then it kind of led into it led into kind of a devotional. And then, last month I did the prayer of Jabez all month long. I read the prayer every day and encouraged people to jump on board with that as well. And so anyway, the enlarging your territory is part of the prayer of Jabez, is that the Lord will enlarge our territory. And the reason we want to do that is because right now you may have 2,000 friends on your Facebook. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You may have 2,000 friends on your Facebook page, but you need more because all of them have already seen your stuff. Once you've sold to most of your friends, you're going to want to reach out and get more friends. So we're going to talk about some ways to get more friends, but also ways to let the friends that you already have see your stuff, because a lot of times all your friends are not seeing your stuff. So you want to be able to go in and pull up and find out, find those people. So get your pens ready, get your notepad. You can screenshot all of these, but I'm going to speak on each line in between. So you definitely want to take notes. And I'm here if anybody wants to connect afterwards, if you have any deeper questions, and we should have time when we're through for questions as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So profile tips, Melissa already covered that profile picture. A lot of people want to post with their dog or their chicken or their goat or whatever. I saw somebody on here that actually had a picture of their goat. I was like, that's funny that I had thrown that in there already. But you definitely want to make it a picture of you. Like she said, everyone wants to be able to recognize. You want them to recognize you and know that it's you, and not, be confused as to what it's you. So it needs to be close up and all the things. Pinned posts. So when you're on your profile, now you have an option to pin a post. That means you can take a post of your choosing and you can actually pin it to the top of your profile, so that when someone is looking at a post of yours, say someone comes on and they're not familiar with who you are and they want to go find out who you are. So they tap on your profile picture and it takes them to your page. And as they scroll down, the first thing that they're going to see is that pinned post. So you can make it something like a word block that just says something simple about who you are, what you're doing, about the drops, about the business, whatever you want it to be. But that's going to catch their eye because that's going to be the first thing they're going to see. And then as they scroll down, they're going to start seeing the things that you've posted from day to day. But it's just a neat little feature that Facebook has recently added, is to be able to put that pinned post up there. So utilize that to your advantage. You can also, throughout the day, as you're making posts and stuff, you can go and comment on that pinned post, and that'll push it up in the algorithm again, and it'll push you and your profile up in the algorithm again as well. So that's another way that you can use that pinned post. You also want your profile and your posts to be set to public. Some people are a little nervous about this because they don't want pictures of their kids and things like that out there for everybody to see. You can alter your profile or you can alter your posts individually. So you can have your profile and everything set to public, but if you have a specific post that you're sharing about your family and you don't want everybody to see, you can go down there in settings on that post and you can change the audience and make it say only friends. And that way only people who are friends with you can see that post. And then if a stranger comes to your page and they're scrolling through, they're not going to see that post. They're only going to see what you've allowed them to see. So you can still be private with your family stuff and also have a public profile. A lot of people don't know that. So I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that you can alter the posts that you make. But the reason you want that is because we are trying to reach more and more and more people. How did Anthony get into Africa, right? Like he did that through social media. How did one of my girls reach somebody in Norway? Like you grow out there by getting out there. Okay. Facebook is everywhere. I talked to a girl in Pakistan on Facebook, like that. I'm reaching people because my profile is public. So that's very important. If you're going to be whether you're going to be an influencer or not, you still want to reach the masses. In order to do that, you want to make sure that your profile is set to public. Also, digital creator, that's going to give you a farther reach because you're in that. What that means is making your profile a professional profile. It doesn't cost anything to do that, but you do have to follow a few steps. We can do a different training on that one another day. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, but that also gives you farther reach, and it also allows you to schedule your posts. So you can actually go in and schedule all of your skinny drop posts. And then the other posts that you make throughout the day as life happens and you want to post something or share something, then you can just do that randomly. But your other stuff, your important stuff is scheduled. So that's a really cool added feature that Facebook has added once you make it a professional page. All right, so the second thing I want to talk about is training the algorithm. Now, I want you guys to know some of the tips that I have. These are not all Misty's tips. I have been blessed with meeting some really amazing people in the industry, and I have learned a lot of things from them. And this is one of the things that I have learned from some ladies that I had the pleasure of working with in another company prior to PartnerCo. But this is called Train the Algorithm. Somebody else once called it greasing the wheels. So I call it like the power of 10. So what you want to do is before you make a post, like you're getting ready for 9 o'clock to that 9 o'clock post, you don't want to just go in there and throw a post up, because Facebook recognizes when you're spending time on Facebook. Okay. This is your business. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to spend that much time on Facebook. Well, guess what? If you want to reach people all over the world, if you want this to be your business and you want to grow it through Facebook, you're going to have to spend some focused time on Facebook. I don't mean randomly scrolling and looking at what, Sally Sue and all them are doing. I mean focused time that you're devoted to a specific purpose of training the algorithm to work in your favor. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the power of 10. So we're going to go to our Facebook and we're going to start scrolling. Now, if you're commenting on all your PartnerCo friends stuff, that is amazing. We want you to do that. We need that support. We need that boost. But another thing that you want to do that's really important is you want to go and comment on people that are not PartnerCo. You want to comment on people that are not already your customer. You want to find, as you're scrolling, at least 10 posts of people that are non-PartnerCo and non-customers, people that you don't ordinarily see. Just scroll through there. If you aren't seeing them, then you can go to your friends list and you can start with the letter A and just find 10 people. Look at what they've most recently posted and go be a real person. I'm not telling you to go be fake and spammy. I'm telling you to go in there, and I'm not telling you to go in there and start telling, hey, let me tell you about these skinny drops. Nope, that's not what I'm saying to do. I want you to go to their last post and I want you to make a legitimate, real comment, a real genuine comment on their post. Graduation season is here. Everybody's graduating, right? So go in there. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Something real, like and love it, and then make a comment. All right. You want to do that for 10 people. Then you want to go, this is all before you post now. Then you want to go into your stories. I don't know if you know this, but when you're in stories and you make a comment on somebody's story, that immediately takes you into their messenger. So now you're having a messenger conversation. And what that tells Facebook is, oh, wow, they're more than just liking and loving people's stuff. They're actually having a conversation. Because most of the time, 9.5 times out of 10, that person's going to comment back to you in their story and thank you for whatever comment you made. But again, make a real, genuine comment on someone's stories. Remember, this is non-PartnerCo people. You're going to do that with 10 people there as well. Not the same people that you commented on. Try not to let it be the same people. And then after you've done that for 10 stories and 10 profile posts, then you're going to go make your post, whether it's your skinny drop post, whether it's your lifestyle post, whatever it is, you want to go make that post. Okay. You want to do this around your most important post, because what's happening is all the people that you've just interacted with, Facebook is now going to show them your post. They're going to start seeing your post now. And then after you've made your post, go back and do the same thing again with 10 more people and 10 more stories. And that is going to train the algorithm. If you'll start doing this every day, when I started doing this, I started seeing people, not just the people that I commented on, but I started seeing people that I have not seen their posts in a year or more. Like I started seeing stuff and I'm like, wow, I forgot I was even friends with that person. And so now I can start going loving on them. So now the more I train the algorithm, the more Facebook's going to let me see their stuff. And then I can go commenting on it. And then they're going to start seeing my stuff. So you want to continue to do that. And you want to do this daily. This should be one of those things that are in your daily mode of your DMO, your daily method of operation. This should be something that you focus on every single day. Is training that algorithm. All right. The third tip is fishing in new ponds. I did this at a training, I believe it was in Jackson, Tennessee. I did this and everybody loved my analogy of fishing in new ponds. And so that just kind of stuck. So there's a couple different ways to do that. And what I mean by fishing in new ponds is this. So I have about 3,000 friends on Facebook, maybe 3,500. So that's my pond. That's Facebook. So when I make a post, the only people that are seeing my posts are people that are in my pond. But I want to get in other people's ponds because I want my stuff in front of more people than just my people. Okay. So in order for me to fish in other people's ponds or to get in front of their friends is what I mean, is one way to do that is to make a host a post. All right. The directions for this is found in the boards. Most of the things that we talk about are going to be found in boards, or they're going to be found on that partner co-training page. So we're going to have our friends make a post for you. If you have a customer and that customer, you think they're going to have a really good friends list or whatever, you can ask them, hey, would you be willing to make a post for me to share, to get this product out? Like, we're really sincere. Like, we really want to get these drops in the hands of so many people because they're doing such a difference. They're making such a difference in so many lives. So you can ask that person, hey, can you make a post for me? Can you put this over on, on your wall? And like I said, all the instructions are found there in the boards app. And what this is going to do is this is going to take your post and now you're in their pond. So now if you're asking Mary over here to make a post for you, and Mary has 4,000 friends on Facebook, and you guys only have like 40 that are mutual, guess what? Now you're reaching 4,000 of her friends. So they're going to be seeing they're going to be seeing your product. She's going to tag you in it. So your name's going to be right there. And then every time someone comments on that post, you may not sell a box of skinny drops, and that's okay. Sometimes you're going to go crazy. It's going to go wild and you're going to sell 10 boxes of drops. It just depends on the flow. It depends on the algorithm, and it depends on the person's reach on whose page you're on. But what you're going to be able to do from that is what I do when someone makes a post for me is I go in there, every person that likes it or loves it, I'm going to go comment. I'm going to go friend them. I'm going to send them a friend request. That's going to be adding new friends to my list, right? So I'm going to, and everyone that makes a comment on it, I'm going to go send them a friend request, and then I'm going to go into Messenger and I'm going to answer the question that they asked or whatever. And I'm going to start building a relationship with them. And then I've added more friends just by doing that host a post. So that host a post does a couple of things. It gets you out there. It gives you an opportunity to connect with the new people, and it gives you the potential to sell. I mean, you never know, your next new brand partner, your next rock star may be on, Sally Sue's page. You just haven't found her yet because you haven't asked her if she'd make that post. So, so the next step to that, the next way to fish in new ponds would be to find new friends. And you want to add about 10, I think this is on the next slide. Yeah, this is on the next slide. I'll talk about finding new friends. But yeah, you can use this to find new friends and fish in new ponds, like I said, by just asking or just becoming friends with everyone that likes or loves your thing. The next step, we're going to go to adding new friends. This is another way to enlarge your territory. So like I said, I have 3,500 friends on Facebook. Facebook will allow me to have 5,000 friends. Now you also have followers that aren't actually your friends that also will see your stuff. But you want to try to add about 10 to 15 per day as you're building. Don't go past about 15. Don't send more than about 15 friend requests in a day, because you will go to Facebook jail. That is a real thing. Facebook will suspend your day, your thing for the day, and they just kind of investigate, make sure that you're actually a real person. So we want more people to see our stuff, and we want new people to see our stuff. So try adding 10 to 15 new people a day. And the way that we do that is friends of friends. Sometimes I'll go to some of my friends that look like they're popular or whatever. They have a nice profile picture or whatever. It's kind of stalking, but not really. So we're just gonna call it, glancing. We're just gonna glance over at their profile, and if we think that they have like a good presence on social media, then we probably want to connect with some of their friends, right? So you can go look at their friends list. Some people don't have their friends list public, and that's okay. Just move on to the next person. but just go through and just look and find people that you have something in common with and send them a friend request. I mean, what's it going to hurt? The worst they can do is say no, and you're not even going to know that they said no. So just go in and try to find new friends that way, just by looking at your friends list. Another way to do it is Facebook groups. Some people are like, I don't know how to use Facebook groups. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to kind of give you some tips on where to begin. So think of something that you like, something that you're into, something, hobbies that you like. I want to do a wedding venue one day. So I'll go in and look for wedding venue pages, and I'll find people in groups that are talking about wedding venues, so that I can connect with people that are like-minded with me. So I may go in and then I see someone and I'm going to start. So I'm going to join these groups. I have a group that's dragonflies, because I love dragonflies and I love the meaning behind them and all the things. So you could just type in groups, just go to groups and type in dragonflies and find tons. I mean, you will not believe the groups that are out there. Anything that you can imagine, someone has created a group for. Now, if you go to a group and there's only like 100 people in there, that's probably not a group that you're going to be able to build really good from. But if it's something that you're interested in and you want to join it. You can always leave the group if you don't like it. I joined one time. I don't even remember, but it turned out it was something to do with like plants or gardening or something. But I clicked on it because of something that it said in the profile, and it wound up being a bunch of 420 people who like, or marijuana. They were talking about getting high all the time, and people were talking about getting being pregnant and smoking weed while they were pregnant, and do it, should I and shouldn't I? And I'm like, whoa, I do not need to be in this group because I do not smoke marijuana. So anyway, I exited that group, no problem. Nobody knows. They're not going to come run me down and say, why did you leave my group? It's just not like that. So definitely scope out the group a little bit before you join it, and don't join the group that you really don't want to be a part of. But anyway, that was just a funny little story. But so find something that you're interested in, join a group. And then once you've joined the group, you're going to want to start engaging with people in the group. And someone makes a post and it interests you, go in there and be real genuine, just like you would with your other posts, and comment. A lot of times in groups, people are really comfortable with just chit-chatting back and forth on the post. And then if you want to just take it a step further, you can go into Messenger with that person and you can just kind of, connect with them that way. But start with engaging. If you find something in common with someone, why not become friends with them, right? You never know if you're going to find your next rock star in a group. So go in there and just engage with them and start being friends with them. Make posts. If you see someone making posts about weight loss or something like that. I mean, if you can join groups about menopause. You can join groups about weight loss. I mean, that would be a great niche to get into, is just finding groups that deal with specific issues that we're trying to address with our products, and jumping into those groups, becoming friends with people. And then when people are asking questions, they're legitimately there to learn about, hey, help me with my hormones. You know what I'm saying? We have a perfect product to help them with their hormones. So you can just go in there and find things in common and become friends with them. Another way to add new friends is Facebook will actually suggest friends for you. So a lot of times those suggestions are going to be partner co people. And a lot of times partner co people will send you friend requests. And I get friend requests sometimes from social media people that are network marketers all the time, just because I'm in that niche and they know that. So, go through your friends' suggestions. And if they're not, obviously you want to be friends with all our partner co people, but you also want to be careful that you're not filling up that 5,000 friends with all partner co people, because you do want other people that are not partner co to see your stuff. And we can follow one another as partner co people and still see each other's stuff and interact with it and things like that. So I think that was my last slide. My pro tip is to be real and genuine always. It's like Melissa said, people are going to purchase from someone that they know, like, and trust. You want them to know you. They're going to know you by what you share. That's why we talk about, don't only share your skinny drops. You also want to share, you want to share you too, right? Like you want to share about Misty. They don't want to just hear that Misty is, selling skinny drops. They also want to hear that Misty is a grandma, and that Misty has a precious the most precious two grandbabies in the whole wide world. They want to hear that Misty has a granddaughter that's deaf. I mean, a lot of people may not know that. So I may connect with people who are in the deaf community because I have a granddaughter that's deaf. But if I don't share that, then they don't know that. So you want them to know who you are. You want them to like you, obviously be likable. I mean, I've never met a partner person that I don't love. So just, be likable, and then they want to be able to trust you. So they want to be able to trust that what you're telling them is real and it's true, that your products are real. So you want to just make sure that you're doing that. So that is my presentation. So if you guys have questions, we do have some time. I don't know if Anthony, if you had something that you wanted to do before we open for questions.
Y'all covered everything. There's not much more that I can say. I mean, the only pro tip I would give is I seen somebody mention about the birthdays. It's something I've been doing for like the last 5 years. Instead of just going on somebody's profile and just commenting happy birthday, go in there, go to their page, go send them a direct messenger. And instead of just saying happy birthday, I encourage you to do a voice audio or a video. Watch how many people react. I mean, I sold 6 boxes of drops this week alone because all I did was send a video to my friend saying, hey, happy birthday. Just want to take the time. They said, hey, Ed, thank you so much. But I know it's my birthday. Thank you so much for all that. But what's these drops? I see you posted about them. What's these drops? So it was the first time this week. I mean, I sold 6 boxes that week. So
that's awesome. Well, there's another pro tip for that. If you'll go in the day before it's their birthday, because if you go to Facebook, it'll tell you who's got a birthday coming up tomorrow. If you'll go the day before, you're going to be the first person to tell them happy birthday. And that's going to be special too. So that's another little pro tip. If you don't catch them that day, or if you're just going through and let that be one of your daily in your DMO too, your daily method of operation, just to go in there and hit those birthdays. There's generally under 10. So you're going to knock that out pretty quick. But ask them a question too, because sometimes you just say happy birthday and they'll just hit it. They'll double tap it, just put the heart on it. But if you'll ask them a question, like, what do you have planned for the day? Like, do you have something specific going on? And just start that conversation, because again, the more you talk back and forth, the more, Facebook's going to recognize you guys as being friends, and then they're going to start seeing your stuff. But they're also, if you don't connect with them very often, they're also going to go like Anthony did. They're going to go back to your profile and say, okay, what's she about? And then they're going to scroll up and they're going to see that pinned post. Oh, she tried everything before she lost weight, and she finally found something that worked, because that's what mine says. Tried everything before, finally finding a product that helped me lose weight. How many women are out there that have tried at least 10 things to lose weight, and they scroll through and see that on their birthday, no doubt. So Terry just said, how can you tell it? So the way I tell if someone, she asked the question, how can you tell if a friend request is from a real person or not? Just tap on their profile and go look at it. If they have under like 100 friends, or if it says new profile, I'm really nervous about that. I will not accept it. And you can scroll through and see. I'm going to tell you what I've learned about the trolls. And the trolls are those men that are out there. They make the stupid little comments on your thing, and it's just stupid. Like, it's so stupid. So they'll just make these random little comments, and then I'm like, yeah, dude, you're blocked. And so I block them, and then that way they can't even. But if someone starts liking your stuff like nonstop, and you see like so many notifications, the same person, they're going to be a troll. They're not a real person. So, and if they say, could you send me a friend request? Because I can't send you one. The reason they can't send you one is because they've already hit their limit for the day, and they know they're going to go in Facebook jail. So that's a dead giveaway that they do that. Someone asked also how to do the pin post. When you make a post, you just go to the little 3 dots at the top, and it asks you a question. Do you want to pin? Or it has the option there to pin the post. It's really really easy, and you can change that, or you can leave the same one up indefinitely. But you can change it from week to week if you want to do that. Whatever
Hey, Misty,
works.
Hill.
Yes, sir. Hey.
That's the same. That goes the same for the women. You get people commenting on your You get people commenting on your post and they're saying, "Oh, I love what you do," and all that. It's the same thing for the men
yeah.
and the women. It's just crazy.
Your smile. I saved one day, and I actually messaged him. I told him, I said, "I'm going to give you this one. This one was good." I laughed so hard because it was just such bull crap. Like, your smile is just amazing, and it just lights up the whole room, and blah blah blah. I'm like, wow, dude, you really broke out the big guns for that one. But I've never had women do that, Hill. It's always men for me. So I guess the women are out there doing it, but they're not really, you don't even know who they are. They're probably some 500-pound guy sitting in his basement. There's no telling. All right. Yeah, the trolls
For
are
the
bad.
men, most of the time, it's crazy. It's Oriental women. And they're showing them and showing all they eat real good, is what it looks like.
Oh yeah, it's always food or they're either a widower or that they're divorced. They're never married. It's always either a widower or they're divorced or single. They're never married. So that's another way I can tell. But yeah.
One thing
Well, thank you
One
guys.
thing that I want to say real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay. One thing I want to say real quick is whenever I put my website out there, I do not add any promo code or anything like that. I leave it at the full price, and then it offers the subscription on there. So I don't offer the promo code on my digital business card at all.
And then one last question for you guys, because we've talked only about Facebook today, but can you tell us as we finish this out this morning, do you post also on Instagram and TikTok? And if
Yes.
you do, like, how does that correlate?
So as far as my Facebook goes, it is connected with my Instagram. So anything I post on Facebook goes to Instagram. Now there is a new app called Threads. So anything I post Facebook goes Instagram, goes to Threads. My posts that I post on Facebook, you can also share into your stories. There are so many different things that you can start learning as you're going. I just did a TikTok yesterday, my first one, as far as the drops here. I think there's like 30 something comments on it and 300 and something views already. So I'm going through, like Misty said, every person that makes a comment, they're getting information. Every person that, whether they just liked it, all they had to do was like it, I'm going back to them and sending them information. So I'm following up on every single person.
And then Sherry Key always talks about, and some others that have kids, that their younger kids always tell them they need to do reels and stories a lot also. Can any of y'all make a comment on that?
Well, I know that Facebook, so Reels is going to that's the number one thing to do. And then Facebook Lives is another one that's going to get a lot of attention, and then your posts. So it's kind of that order.
And
So is that,
add
you
to
do
add
a
to
9
that,
post, and then you go and then do maybe a reel a day and a live. Like give us some like pretend like you're giving me exactly what to do to get rich. How would you post throughout the day across all platforms, real stories, everything?
I encourage everybody to go live at least once every 3 days, I would say. But if you can go live every day, that's even better. I don't care if it's just live for 2 minutes. The live is going to boost you up real quick. But then reels is something that you should do. I mean, every day. I mean, we in North America alone, we don't have anybody really doing any reels. I mean, if you study any of the women from Europe or in our company alone, we're not talking about other network marketing companies, but in our company alone, they post a reel once, twice a day almost, so reels are very, very important. I don't care if it's all before and after transformations, but they will boost you up on the algorithm. They always have. It's just something and how to use them and make them all creative. I'm not the best, but hey, I did one on TikTok, and I just use mine as an example. I did one on TikTok, and I'll never forget one lady reached out to me about transformations. Me and Ashley Rowland, we did the presentation, and as of yesterday, in 2 weeks, this lady said, "Okay, I'm ready to really run this business." She's enrolled 17 brand partners. She could, hey, in 2 weeks. So it doesn't. I don't know where they're going to come from. You don't know, but being authentic and posting these reels every single day, they work. Just get creative. There's no perfect one because you just never know what's going to go viral for you. I mean, and when you're on professional mode and digital creator, Facebook will let you know how your post is doing. Instagram will, TikTok will let you know how your post is doing. So now you can. I learned this from James Zane. You can actually go and study which post did the most interactions for you. Okay, but you know what? I need to do more posts like this. Like I noticed for me personally, when I post my scriptures or I post motivation posts, those get the most interactions for me with all my friends and family. So you know which ones that you need to post more of.
And you can also, Todd, when you make a post, especially if it has multiple pictures in the post, once you've made the post, Facebook will ask you, do you want to make a reel out of this post? And it also does that with a live video. So every time I finish my live videos, it asks me, do I want to make a reel out of it? And you can pick a clip from that video, make a reel, and that's going to drive people to your profile too. So that's another kind of pro tip. But it asks you every time you make a post and every time you make a live video, it will ask you at the end of it, do you want to make a reel out of this?
Hey,
And that, I mean, why not?
One last thing, Ann, and we're going to run like 5 minutes over for Anthony to be able to answer this correctly. We learned while we were in Tahiti from some of the European girls and guys that they're way ahead of overall revenue, way ahead of us here in the U.S. We're like maybe $1 million a week here in the U.S. They're like $3 million a week in Europe, and they build way more on Instagram. Instagram is their top platform, and then Facebook and TikTok are below that. But on Instagram and TikTok, for just normal everyday working people, and it's a little harder to convert on, they do use their smart links on their Instagram. So Anthony, if you could screen share real quick and show us two things. One, show us how to set up a retail sale of skinny drops in your smart link, and then I can't remember if it's reels or stories on Instagram that will allow you to put that there, but then change it out where you can actually make it look pretty and it just is going to always be there. And then I think you got to share that into something else to make it stay there forever. So that's the reason I need Anthony to share all this, because I know how to go do it now. And we've sold like 10, maybe 12 boxes of drops now to people I have no clue who bought them. I just from my Instagram reels and posts that I've made with that link on there. And I don't even do them a lot. If I got consistent with them, who knows how much it would sell. So just know that's over and on top of everything, not instead of. It's not a shortcut. You'll never be able to build a huge business doing that because your customers are not going to be attached to you. You want to sell way more retail profit and selling out of your hand. And now you got a customer you can convert to a brand partner. And as Anthony, I'm just killing time to Anthony. When you get your screen shared, I'll be ready to roll. But hopefully, I've got to confirm it still, but the plans are for Susan Frank and Susan Cameron and whoever else they want with them next week. We're going to leave this segment and we're going to go into customer conversions to brand partners, because you got to understand that wherever your energy and excitement goes is where your business goes. So in the beginning, we have to develop a retail customer base for profit. And we've got to develop, in my mind is a business mind. Like I want everybody here to go build $1 million business. I don't want everybody here to go just make $50 selling a box of drops. I want you to build a team of people around the world selling boxes of drops and retire your family, get time freedom, get life on your side. That's my ultimate goal for every single human being that ever joins this industry. So to do that, you have to learn how to convert. So one of the things that separates Susan Cameron and Susan Frank, who are now making Susan Cameron like $6,000 a week, Susan Frank like $10,000 plus a week, and Susan Cameron hasn't even been here 6 months yet, is they're master converters. They spend their whole day on 5 to 7 minute Zooms converting customers to brand partners. Like they don't even have time to breathe. They got so many conversion Zooms going on. And it's not just for themselves. They teach their whole team to do that. And then Susan Cameron, Susan Frank are usually the presenters. So if you've got a team of converters and you're a good presenter, you're liable to sign up 25 people a day as a brand partner to start selling And when those compounding efforts take off, that's when your paychecks take off. Okay, Anthony, all yours.
All right, everybody. So Todd wants to know how. Todd wants me to show you guys how to add your smart link Instagram stories. So I got it pulled up here. I just made a quick smart link real quick, but let's just see. I have a transformation here. So I'm on Instagram. Let me just start back over from the beginning. So I'm on Instagram. You will hit the plus up here at the top by your story. And then, of course, you got to have some kind of transformation, some post you want. So I'm gonna use this transformation. I don't exactly know who it is. I just seen it on our Facebook when I'm scrolling down, seeing somebody, and I was like, you know what? I need to save that because one day I'm gonna post it. So, but when you come up here and at the top, you'll see at the top of the screen there, you got the AA. That's where you'll write something. Let's say, you just type anything here. You can. So let's just do this. And then you got to change the color. You change it to whatever color you want. And then let's say I wanted to, you can add music up here. But if you hit this smiley face with the box around it, you get all these other options on Instagram, everybody. And you're going to look for the one that says link. So it's right there in the middle. And it says link. And I click on it. I already made a smart link. So I click on the smart link and I hit paste. So this is a smart link to my box that drops off my website. But then also I can write anything right here. So I can say something like get yours today. And then it's right there. And I can move it up and down wherever I want it. I can make it smaller. I can make it bigger, whatever I want. So I just do it like that. And then as soon as I hit at the bottom, your stories, it'll say add to my story. Now it's on my stories. So if I go, it's probably loading up right now, but it's right there. Now it's on my story. So if somebody on my story, once it finishes uploading, it's posted. Once it finishes uploading, a person can click on that link and they can purchase. And you can also, add that now to at the bottom down here, you got these highlights at the bottom on your Facebook profile where you can have different things like different areas you travel to. So everything you add to your story, you can add to one of these. So I got one for skinny drops already. So if I wanted to, I can hit the more button down here and I can hit edit highlight. And I can actually either take away something or I can add it to that highlight. So just different transformation. Anything you post on your stories, you can add to that. And so those is how you can always have those links just rolling. And you'll have random people that will purchase from you. It's amazing how you just end up having somebody random that's been watching you that says, hey, how and this is on Instagram. I see somebody asked, is this Facebook or Instagram? This is Instagram only. So Instagram only is where you'll be able to do this. So Facebook and Instagram are two different platforms. They're owned by the same company, but they work totally different. So I encourage you, and a lot of this stuff I just literally learned by just going to Google and saying, hey, how to make a story on Instagram, how to make a highlight on Instagram. And there's amazing videos that will teach you how to do each individual thing that you want. Just like if you want to put something together or you want to fix your weed eater, YouTube has tons of videos out there that will help you do everything. Hey, that's a beautiful baby, Melissa, a grandbaby.
Thank you.
So that everybody out there that is my age or Ashley's age or older, we're backtracking to learn all this. We didn't grow up naturally. So I always say if there's desire, there's will, and if there's will, there's always a way. So this comes very hard for me. Nothing about this part of network marketing is natural. Everything is in my brain very complicated. So Samantha lives here in Florida, and Anthony stayed with David and Samantha for a couple of weeks. So it's literally every single day I can have them in my car going to a meeting. I had them there so they could show me how to do this stuff. Because I'm somebody's got to watch it. Like I would have never learned it just watching Anthony do it. So if you're that person, don't worry. Go to YouTube, just like Anthony said. Watch some of those videos, or find an Anthony or Samantha or somebody that's really good at either Instagram or Facebook, whatever you're trying to master, and just sit down with them. Call them on the phone, Zoom with them. You know, we are a family that loves to help each other. It's all of our personalities. That's what network marketers are. So you'll find that people will really pour into you. The ones that aren't already over asked. Some people get a little too busy. They're not being rude. They just get too busy to respond, I think, sometimes. But anyway, that being said, Ant, I'll let you close this out. Anybody wants to pray? Misty?
Misty, would you love to end this in prayer?
Sure, I would love to. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you so much for this time together, Lord. I thank you again for this family, Father God, these friends, these partners, Lord, that have become family, Lord. I just thank you for blessing us with just different talents and different ways of looking at things, Father. And I thank you that we all just grow from one another, Lord, that we do, like the tide, Lord, we all rise together, Father. I praise you for that. I praise you, Lord, for Melissa and bringing her into my life, Lord God, and just for Anthony and just for just all the blessings that are Partner Code, Father. I just thank you for that. I know that everyone is in unity together, thanking you for this company, this business, for the products, for the people, Father God. I just pray special blessings upon everyone, Lord, that this is not overwhelming, that they go back and just rewatch it and learn, Father, and just enlarge their territory, Lord. We just thank you again for the victory that is already yours in all of our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Hey, everybody. I'm going to hit the unmute button so y'all can tell my wonderful friends how awesome they are.
Thank you,
Amen.
Aunt Melissa.
Great.